Hey guys, Games for Life here, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at which vehicles you need in Astroneer. So we're gonna take a look at some land vehicles, which means no shuttles today, and we're gonna decide which one is best for a series of tasks. We'll put them through different applications and situations, and then we'll decide which vehicles are worth spending your resources on and which are just not. Let's start with the little guys right here. So you've got the tractor and a trailer. Now you can add up to 3 trailers to your tractor. And here are the resources you'll need. So you will need 2 aluminum for the tractor and then 1 aluminum and 1 compound for the trailer. You basically need no seat for this, and it draws low power. So with just 1 battery on it you can go pretty far. Now this has some pretty good speed, but it really can't handle hard terrain that well. So this is good to use inside of your base where everything is flat and nice. But you really shouldn't go exploring with the tractor. It's not made for that. Yeah, so what I would do is place a solar panel or a wind turbine on it, and then have 3 trailers attached, and I would just use it for hauling stuff around the base when you just need to get something from one end to the other. Alright, so let's move on to the buggy. So we've got the buggy right here, and I've added 3 compound and 1 aluminum here because you will also need a seat for it, which takes 2 compound. So you can't really use the buggy without a seat, that's why I added the seat materials on there. Now you'll need some power for this, so I'll just use a QTRTG for this example, but you could have like a solar panel and a small battery right here, or anything else you would like. So I like using the buggy when I go exploring, because it can handle literally any type of terrain you throw at it. I mean, it sometimes flips over, but it's really easy to get it up straight again. And it's got some really good speed. It's actually faster than the large Rover, I believe. And you can see its suspension really working there, so this is a really capable vehicle. But it does consume more power than the tractor. However, you can basically drive this on any planet, anywhere, and it's gonna be easy to maneuver, easy to craft. You can take it anywhere you go on the shuttle with you, so you have a buggy wherever you land. That's mainly what I use it for when I go explore a new section of a planet where I don't have a base yet, and I want to explore. Maybe I want to find a spot for a base, or I'm searching for something. I always bring a buggy with me. Honestly, it just makes things so much easier. And we didn't quite stick the landing, but you can just flip it over and keep going. Alright, so on to our next vehicle, which is the medium Rover. Let me take this QTRTG back. So here we've got the medium Rover, for which you'll need 2 plastic and 1 rubber, and I've also added the 2 compound for the seat. Now this doesn't really have a ton of storage space, but you have 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and another 2 up top here. The last 2 are taken up by the seat. And you also need to provide power for this, so it consumes 0.5 use per second. That's pretty low. A QTRTG provides 1, so you'll be good to go with just that. And you can basically use this similar to the tractor to haul things around small distances, or you can take this when you want to explore but also come back with some resources. So let's say I want to go to the core of the planet and mine some astronium, for example, and all I need is just 1 medium canister. Then it makes no sense bringing the large Rover all the way down there when you could just bring this one with a medium canister in the back, right? So that's mainly what you can use this for. But if you need to gather large amounts of resources, different types of resources, maybe resource samples, whatever you need, then this really lacks the storage capacity for that. It does handle terrain pretty well because it's got a short wheelbase, so I'll give it that. But usually when I load up a new Astroneer save, I just skip this one. I go straight to unlocking the large Rover and I use that. Even though this is good on its own, I usually want to gather more resources, but you can add more medium Rovers together and link them. But then again, if you're doing that, then you should just get a large Rover and be done with it. But anyways, cool little vehicle, that one. Now let's go on to the large Rover. Now this is probably the vehicle I've used the most in Astroneer. This draws 1 U of power per second. so we'll just give it a QWERTY RTG right there. And these are the materials, so you will need 2 exo chips, 1 aluminum alloy and 1 rubber, and then of course 2 compound for the seat. I know this does take some more advanced crafting components like the exo chips, but the rest you'll get pretty easy, the aluminum alloy and the rubber. And what it really offers is a ton of storage space. So you can add large storages to it, you can add one to the back, one to the front, one up in here in the bed of the truck. But then you can also add storage silos or whatever you want to it. And you can also link up multiple of these. I think the maximum amount is 4. Yeah, so you can link up to 4 large Rover together. And that's like the ultimate moving machine when you want to set up a new base and take everything you need from your last base. You just get one of those Rover trains and put everything you need on there and just go and search for your new place to establish your base. Now you can use these for a large variety of applications. I usually use the large Rover when I want to build roads, because you can attach a paver and a drill to the front of it. So yeah, large Rovers are really good for utility. You can move stuff across large distances without having to worry about space. And I would also recommend large Rovers when you're not really sure what vehicle you should bring on your journey. Just get a large Rover. Maybe you'll encounter some resources, research items or whatever that you will want to take back to your base. So you'll want that extra bit of storage the large Rover provides. Okay, so that's pretty nice. We've got all these vehicles right here, but none of them can really be used for automation. So we've got the train over on this side. We've got the rail engine with a rail car. You can actually add up to 5 rail cars to a rail engine, so you can make your train even longer. And here are the resources you need for that. So you'll need aluminum, copper and resin. And then you'll also need 2 resin and 1 aluminum if you want to add stuff to it. So basically this draws 3 use of power while active, but you don't actually need to place any power items on it because it takes all of the power from your rail. Now the only disadvantage with the train is that you need to have your rails in place before going somewhere, so you can't really explore new parts of a planet using the train. You can only go where you've already been before because you need to have placed the rails there. But you can build some pretty cool stuff, like this roller coaster right here. You might want to actually check the video where I built this out. It's really cool, and I've got an entire train systems playlist, by the way. You might want to save that as well. It will appear on screen right now, but enough of that. You can use trains for automating anything you really want, because train stations have a really cool menu where you can set it to stop trains, and in combination with those sensors, you can make trains unload all of the items on them or load them with items using auto arms. So you can basically move stuff around really fast. You'll no longer need any tractors, anything like that to move stuff around your base if you have a rail in place and a train to do the dirty work for you. Basically all you need is just the minimum automation skills for that. Oh, and there's where the rail ends, so we'll get off. It's funny, this rail actually goes down to the very core of Glacio, but we're not gonna go there just now. So yeah, I was saying trains very good for automation. So now let me head back up there and we can give out the awards for this episode. Now I have 3 awards planned. I'll actually take the train back there. Yeah, so I was saying we're gonna give out 3 different awards for these vehicles. So without any further ado, let's start with the first one. This is sort of like the Oscars. I mean, I feel pretty cool announcing them. So we've got the award for utility, and the best vehicle for utility award goes to the large Rover, of course. I already mentioned this is the vehicle I have probably used the most in Astroneer. This will get you anywhere and you can place a ton of stuff on it. Basically anything your mind can imagine you can fit on this Rover, and you can link multiple of them, so you'll have no problem hauling stuff all around the planet. And for building roads, you just attach a drill and a paver to the front of it, and you have all the roads you need. You can easily use this to get to the center of any planet. You can finish the game mainly by using the large Rover, and that's mainly why it gets the utility award. Now let's move on to the next one, which is gonna be the award for accessibility, maneuverability, speed, ease of access, all of those. And this very weirdly titled award goes to the Buggy. Basically why I chose the Buggy for this award, is because you can easily craft it early in the game. You don't need a ton of bytes to unlock it, and you don't need advanced resources to craft it. So this is easy to get, you'll get it pretty early, and you can use it to go anywhere. You can basically drive around the planet in like a couple minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes depending on the planet. It's literally that easy. You can explore vast areas of a new planet, and as I've said before, you can use it when you go to a new planet. You just bring one of these, so you can easily search for a place to establish a base or whatever you want on that planet. These are pretty capable in caves as well, and it's just an all-around great vehicle, great handling, great speed. It might be just as fast as the train, which is pretty fast. I mean, the train is definitely faster than a large rover, in my opinion at least. So yeah, the Buggy basically wins this award because of its simplicity. Everything just works as expected with the Buggy. You can literally have no complaints about this vehicle. It does exactly what it's supposed to, and it does it very well. So let's park it right here. And now we've got the last but not least award, which I called the Automation Award. Now, you probably already know this goes to the train, of course, because none of the other vehicles are capable, really, of automation. High-level automation, or any automation for that matter. Using the train, you can set up intricate systems of rails and automate them. So you can have rails spanning all over a planet, which I want to do in a future video. I actually want to build a railway all around the Solo, which is the smallest planet in Astroneer. And it's really not that hard to do. You don't need that many resources to actually place rails down. And once you've placed them already, you can just go anywhere you desire, just like that. You can set your train stations to automatically stop any train engine. So when you just want to go there, you press the W key on your keyboard or the throttle button on a controller, whatever you are using, and the train just goes forward. You can leave your computer or console or whatever you're using there, and you can go do some other stuff. When you come back, your train will be exactly where you want it, in the next train station. So this is easily the best item for automation. The rail system update Astroneer got a couple months ago was one of the biggest updates in Astroneer's history, mainly because of this. The automation implications that the train has, and its ability to make it so much easier to build bigger and better farms. You are coming up to a train station, so we'll stop right here. Our path is obstructed. Also, this is the rest of the train. I actually disconnected it for this video. So we've got some more over here. You can see you can place large storages on it. You can place whatever you really want, and you can haul stuff around the entire planet. And as I've said, we've actually got a rail that goes all the way into the core of the planet. So we can basically visit the core of Glacio anytime we want. Alright, so that's all for this video today. Don't forget about the train systems playlist. It's also gonna appear on the end screen right now, so you can easily find it. Make sure to save it and watch it all. I swear it's really cool, and I'm gonna be adding some more videos there as well. And let me know down in the comments which vehicle you liked best, which vehicle do you mostly use in Astroneer, and if you would like me to make future videos about vehicles, maybe something about shuttles as well. So yeah, definitely let me know all of those things down in the comments below. I've been Games for Life, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!